Hi everyone, my name is Veronique Lengelle. I'm a dual Microsoft MVP and one of the maintainers for the PNP PowerShell module. In this video, we're going to have a look at how we can manage our SharePoint sites directly from the SharePoint Admin Center. We're going to create sites, we're going to delete sites, and we're also going to see if there's any difference when you try to delete a site that is connected to a Microsoft 365 group. Let's dive in. Okay, once we are connected to the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, on the left panel, navigate to Show All, and if we scroll down, we could see the SharePoint for the SharePoint Admin Center. So let's click on that. And click on Active Sites, and we can see all the SharePoint sites that we currently have. Let me collapse the menu so we have more space. And in that view, we can see the site name, we can see the URL, we can see if the SharePoint site is connected to a Microsoft Teams. If you have any private channels, we can see them here, and so on. Let's start by creating a new site. Click on Create at the top. And when the blade opens on the right, we have a couple of choices there. We can create a team site, we can create a communication site, and those are modern sites, meaning that for the team site, it would be connected to a Microsoft 365 group. And at the bottom, you can see that we have other options. So those sites would be, for example, a team site that is not connected to a Microsoft 365 group, or you have some other templates like a document center, an enterprise wiki, and so on. Let's click on Team Site. And now we're asked for the site name. And once you enter the site name, it will tell you if the name is available and also the group email address. Remember, this is a site that would be connected to a Microsoft 365 group. Let's put the group owner. Select your language, and then we have advanced settings. So because this site will be connected to a Microsoft 365 group, you need to set the privacy settings. So do you want it to be public or private? We're going to leave private for that demonstration. Then you need to select your time zone. I'm currently in the UK. And you can also enter a site description. Once you're ready, just click on Next. And at this stage, you can add additional owners and additional members while the site is creating. Once it's finished, just click on Finish. And if we scroll down, we can see that our site has been created. One thing that you may have noticed is that when we created the site, it didn't ask anything about the storage for the site. So let's see why. If I go into the menu and click on Settings, you have Site Storage Limits. And you can see that it's currently set to Automatic. And the description says, let sites use as much as your organization's storage as they need. So it means that when we created the site, it had set the maximum storage. If you want to have more control, then you can set it to manual and click on Save. And now if we go back and create a new site, let's choose a team site again. Enter an owner. And go to Advanced Settings. You can see that this time it's asking us to set the storage limit. Now let me cancel that and let's delete the site. Let's pick the Contoso Works in here. Select it. And if you don't see the delete button at the top, just click on the ellipsis. And for some reason, the delete button is actually grayed out. So why is this? Well, that's because this particular site is currently a hub site. So if I scroll to the right a little bit, you can see that Contoso Works is a hub site. So before you can delete that site, we're going to need to unregister this site as a hub site. So let's pick another one. For instance, we're going to choose Contoso Brand and unselect this one. Go back to the ellipsis. And this time the delete button is available. So let's click on it. And you get a warning message telling you that if you delete this site, of course, user will not be able to access it, and it's going to go into the deleted site, and you have 93 days in case you need to restore it. So let's click Delete. and now the site has been deleted. Let's over to deleted sites. And here is our Contoso brand. You can leave this site in the deleted site sections in case you need to restore it. Or if you're absolutely sure that you do not need it, you can select it and permanently delete the site. Again, you've got a warning telling you that if you go ahead and you permanently delete this site, you will not be able to restore it. So make sure you had some governance in place before performing this action. Click on delete, and the site is now completely gone. Now this was for a site that was not connected to a Microsoft 365 group. So let's see if there's any difference when we're trying to delete a site connected to a group. Let's go back to active sites, find the site that we've created earlier, and again, ellipsis, and click on delete. Now we have a different warning, which is telling you that the site belongs to a Microsoft 365 group. So you're not only deleting the site. So be very careful when you want to delete a site that is connected to a Microsoft 365 group. But for demo purposes, let's assume that we want to delete this site. Need to tick the box and then click on delete. Let's head over to deleted sites. We have our site, but this time let's select the site and notice that the permanently delete is still grayed out. And that is something you need to be aware of, is that you cannot delete through the user interface a site that is connected to a Microsoft 365 group. If you really want to delete that site, you can do so with PowerShell.